Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down the latest developments in the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia, a conflict that continues to reshape global politics, military strategy, and international diplomacy. From massive drone and missile strikes on Kyiv to controversial political statements by former U.S. President Donald Trump, this situation remains one of the world's most dangerous flashpoints. Let's take a closer look. In recent developments, Donald Trump made headlines after publicly criticizing both Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Trump stated that both leaders would be stupid if they failed to pursue a peace agreement, arguing that the war has dragged on far too long with devastating consequences. These comments came as Trump attended high-profile international meetings, where discussions about Ukraine's future security and reconstruction were taking place. His remarks sparked debate, with some viewing them as a push for diplomacy, while others criticized them as oversimplifying a highly complex and brutal war. Meanwhile, President Zelensky has remained focused on Ukraine's survival, choosing to prioritize internal security matters as Russian attacks continue to intensify. On the battlefield, Russia has launched another wave of large-scale drone and missile attacks across Ukraine. Key infrastructure targets, particularly energy facilities, have been hit hard. In Kyiv alone, widespread power outages left large portions of the city without electricity, heating, or water during the harsh winter season. According to Ukrainian officials, these attacks are part of a deliberate strategy aimed at weakening civilian morale by targeting essential services. Hospitals, residential buildings, and government facilities have all been affected, forcing authorities to implement emergency measures and rolling blackouts. The humanitarian impact is severe. Millions of civilians are struggling to stay warm, while repair crews work under constant threat of further attacks. International observers have raised concerns that such strikes on civilian infrastructure could constitute violations of international humanitarian law. In response to the escalating attacks, Ukraine has introduced changes within its military leadership. A newly appointed defense minister has outlined a more aggressive strategy, emphasizing technological innovation and increased pressure on Russian forces. One major shift involves Ukraine's growing reliance on domestically produced drones. Kyiv has begun replacing foreign-made systems with locally developed alternatives that offer greater range, improved resistance to electronic warfare, and faster deployment. Drones have become a critical tool for Ukraine, allowing smaller units to strike high-value targets with precision. Ukrainian officials argue that this strategy is essential for countering Russia's numerical advantage and maintaining battlefield effectiveness despite limited resources. Russia, on the other hand, continues to rely heavily on missile and drone barrages, particularly targeting Ukraine's energy grid. Analysts describe this approach as a winter warfare strategy, designed to break public morale and force political concessions. Despite heavy sanctions and international isolation, Moscow has managed to sustain its military operations, raising concerns about how long the conflict could continue. Russian officials insist their actions are justified by security concerns, while Western governments accuse Moscow of deliberately targeting civilians. As the war enters another difficult phase, the outlook remains uncertain. Military operations show no signs of slowing, while diplomatic efforts struggle to gain traction. Statements like those made by Donald Trump reflect growing international frustration with the prolonged conflict. However, for Ukraine, any peace agreement must ensure long-term security and sovereignty, conditions that remain difficult to achieve. The coming weeks will be critical. Decisions made by Kyiv, Moscow, and Western capitals could either open the door to negotiations or push the conflict into an even more dangerous stage. So, what do you think? Is a diplomatic breakthrough possible, or is this war heading toward further escalation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth coverage of global conflicts and international affairs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.